everybody, welcome back. These are some toxic Redditors that took things up a notch. Am I the a-hole for not wanting my daughter? Am I the a-hole for not wanting my daughter to wear heels to a wedding because she will look taller than me? I already hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. As a tall girl, I hate it. My daughter, 16 female, has always been a nice girl that's a little shy and never causes any trouble. She's great at school and very talented in many activities. She's got a group of like-minded, trusty friends, but has never been involved with boys or go to parties late at night. My wife's niece is getting married, and she asked my daughter to be one of her bridesmaids. I thought she was maybe a little too young for that, but ultimately didn't protest. The issue is that as a part of her attire for wedding, she's expected to wear high-heeled shoes. So you're a guy, and your daughter has to wear heels. Oh my God. I'm only 5'6", and I have a deep trauma related to my height because all the bullying I suffered for years in the hands of my brothers with the approval of my now deceased father. I only started to get better after finishing college. It took me years of therapy and going in no contact with almost all my family to be able to mostly leave all of that behind. Well, clearly you haven't if you have a problem with your daughter being taller than you. They fully made me believe that no woman would ever like a man as short as me, to the point that I never had a romantic relationship until I met my wife at 25. But I'm not still fully in control of my emotions related to this issue. In particular, I have never been able to stop the phobia I have toward women that are taller than me.
Okay.
My wife is 5'4", and my daughter is currently 2 inches taller than her mother. So you're the same height? That makes her almost exactly the same height as me. I never expected her to be so tall, but I've been able to remain mostly calm about it. I think knowing her since she was a baby and watching her grow myself has helped my brain to humanize her and not seeing her now as I see other tall girls. She's your daughter! Why does it matter that she's taller than you? Listen, I get people that have height preferences, okay? If you're a short guy, you want to date a girl maybe shorter than you. If you're a tall girl, maybe you want to date a guy taller than you, but she's your daughter. Ay, ay, ay. Since she stopped growing a couple of years ago, I've been silently preventing my daughter from wearing heels or any kind of shoes that make her appear taller than me. There's been no problem with this because she never had any serious interest in wearing those things until this wedding situation. You know, as she gets older, she's probably gonna wear heels more often. Heels are fun, man. They're great.
I love wearing heels. It's so much fun.
I know that even just seeing her in front of me with heels being taller than me will be triggering to the point of making me cry, if not worse. Boo freaking who. I'm sorry. I don't have any sympathy. This is weird. All this will be especially terrible in a big family event like the wedding. Everyone will think that she's taller than me, and I rationally know most people won't care, but I think I might really have a panic attack from the embarrassment that will be happening in my mind. No one cares. Literally no one cares. What does it matter? You're a grown-ass man. You've got a wife. Okay, so that thing about you not being able to get women because you're short isn't true, clearly. And this is your daughter. I tried to convince her not to wear the heels, but this time she really wants to and has no interest in what I said. My wife thinks that if it's such a problem for me, I should just not go to the wedding, but I think that is unfair. I don't like feeling excluded, and this would be practically as if they excluded me because of height, which would feel especially painful for me. I've been talking to both of them about this, but it has been proven useless. And now they've even started to act tired and angry anytime I bring up the subject. My daughter in particular says I'm making her feel bad and not allowing her to enjoy being a bridesmaid. Am I the a-hole?
100%, bro. Chill out.
Oh my goodness. Who cares? I just don't get how you could have a problem with your daughter being taller than you. She can't help that. She got your genes. You know what you should do? You know what you should do? Okay, listen. And this is for guys who, maybe want to be a little bit taller. They want to add a couple of inches. I saw these things, all right? They're called heel risers, okay? They add like a couple of inches to you. And not only that, if you're wearing like nice shoes, like I'm assuming that you will be, those will add like an inch. So you can pop these inside your shoes, and then you're 3.5 inches taller. Maybe 4 inches, depending on the shoe that you get. Don't stop your daughter from wearing heels because you are insecure about your height. Oh, this post has been removed by the moderators of Reddit. You're the a-hole. I'm taller than my dad, and even though it looks a little off since he's the dad and I'm the daughter, if I want to wear my high heels, he would never stop me. Get some more therapy to work on this issue and don't project it on your daughter. You know, as someone who is dating a man who's just a little bit shorter than her, especially when I wear heels, being short does not make you any less of a man. Okay? But being insecure about your height does. Oh, you hear that? It's the police. You're getting arrested for being toxic. He needs massive amounts of therapy. You can't control if your daughter wears heels or not. I'm tall and I still wear heels to formal events because they make me look and feel good. Your internal issues should not be projected on your loved ones. Agreed. The comment about only being able to humanize his daughter because he saw her grow up and doesn't see her like other tall girls is concerning. Yeah, you're right. I totally skimmed over that. Get some help. Girls and women over 5'6" aren't out to get you. We literally just exist, okay? We're not like big scary Sasquatch monsters. We just have longer legs. You're the a-hole, but this is a treatable issue. Maybe not in time for the wedding, but doable in the long run. I'll advise you to skip the wedding altogether if it's gonna re-traumatize you. Your wife is right. You're the a-hole, and if you can't deal with this yet, you need to stay home. Otherwise, you're continuing to put issues on your own daughter because let's face it, I'm certain you've already managed to make her feel like she is too tall. Aren't you kind of doing the exact same thing to your daughter that your brothers and your father did to you? There's no way she's grown up with someone as neurotic as you about women's height and not managed to internalize some of that neurosis. You've probably given her the female equivalent of a short guy complex at this point. Do you want to make it worse? Very, very good point. I think that we all need to get rid of this idea that women need to be shorter than men. Because let's face it, some of us are not going to be shorter than the guys that we date. Our height does not determine our worth.
Alright, moving on.
I have determined you are the a-hole. Get some help. Get some therapy. It's not your daughter's fault she's tall. Am I the a-hole for telling my wife the cat is still her responsibility even if she is pregnant? Yes. I guess let's get some context. My wife and I are expecting our first baby. 3 years ago, my wife decided she desperately wanted a cat. I hate cats and all animals in the house really, so I was against it. She wouldn't stop talking about it, so finally we made a deal that she could get a cat, but it was her responsibility and I would have nothing to do with it.
She agreed.
She stuck to her word and I stuck to mine. I mostly ignore the cat. Now she's pregnant and asked me if I can scoop the litter until she gave birth because of toxoplasmosis. But I looked it up and as long as she wears gloves and washes her hands, she should be good. So I told her absolutely not. What? Stop! She wasn't happy, but I reminded her of our agreement when we got the cat. I told her it was her responsibility and if she didn't want to take care of it anymore, with the new baby coming, we can get rid of it and find it a new home. She said no and has been scooping the litter. Her sister was over and saw her doing this and flipped out at me, telling me how dangerous it is. But of course her sister is gonna be on her side and overreact. I never wanted the cat, so I don't see how I'm wrong. Oh my God. Spoiler alert, when your wives are pregnant, they're gonna need help doing things, okay? They're pregnant, they're carrying your child, they're gonna need some snacks, they're gonna need some feet rubs, and they might need you to scoop the fucking cat litter. Get a self-cleaning litter box, then all you have to do is toss, no scooping. She really shouldn't be around cat feces while pregnant. Even at the vet clinic where it's literally your job to clean this stuff, we do not allow our pregnant employees to clean the cat boxes. The fact that you are not concerned at all about how cat feces could affect your unborn child is concerning. The vet clinic cares more about their employees than this man cares about his pregnant wife or his baby. Yeah, bro. My first thought too, I never wanted the cat. That's fine, but the baby, you wanted a baby, right? Imagine if OP's wife now decides she doesn't want an a-hole for a husband. OP, we get you didn't want the cat, but do you want your wife? Do you want your unborn child? Because I promise you scooping out the litter box is not the last thing you're gonna need to do for the health and safety of your family that you don't actually want to do. It might just be the easiest. What happens if this affects her pregnancy or her health? Then what? Then what are you gonna do? Classic example of letting being right, he's not wrong on the agreement, supersede being a worthwhile partner and human being. Yes, we get that you had an agreement. We get that this was something that you and your wife decided on. But like, it doesn't mean that you need to be right in this scenario. Things change. And being right isn't necessarily the most important thing. What matters is you wanting to take care of your pregnant wife. A-hole. Mega a-hole. All right, so we got time for one more. I think we do. God, these get me so riled up. Am I the butt face? Am I the butt face? Okay, butt face.
Yeah, I love it.
Am I the butt face for asking to retract the open marriage I begged my wife for? Oh my. Oh, this is an interesting one. Stop. For years, I've wanted an open marriage, or at least I thought I did. I begged my wife and she's always said no, but she finally agreed. We agreed to some ground rules. Not date any mutual friends, fully disclose our married status on dating apps, use protection and disclose everything we do and whom with. I suppose I should not have been surprised because she's a good-looking woman in her late 30s, but she instantly had dozens of matches, maybe even hundreds. This is so ironic. Oh, the irony in this one. On nights where she's home, she spends hours swiping and texting, sometimes disappearing into the bathroom to take selfies. She doesn't say that, but it's obvious. The other night she's out, usually coming home in the morning to shower, change, and get ready for work. From what she's told me, most of her dates are younger guys in their 20s. I'm sorry, this is so funny. Meanwhile, I've struggled to find anyone appealing to match with. She also gradually stopped being romantic with me. Yeah. See, I don't judge open marriages or relationships or anything, but personally, I find it hard to believe that you would still feel the same way about your significant other. At least I would have a hard time with it because I'm not the type of person that can just kind of be romantic with other people and not develop feelings. Overall, this isn't working for me. I believe it's damaging our marriage and life together. Would I be the butt face for asking her to call the whole thing off? You say either and I say either. The irony with this one is strong. The caption on this is play stupid games, win stupid prizes. I think that we need to be fully aware of what an open marriage entails and be willing to decide whether or not your marriage is strong enough before we want an open marriage. Are you okay with your partner going on dates with people that aren't you? Because it seems to me like you wanted to date other women, right? You wanted to kind of keep things spicy sort of thing. But maybe you didn't consider what it would have meant if your wife was able to date other men. Would you be the a-hole? Yes, you got what you asked for, and like many people, don't understand what you were requesting. You can't take it back because she's getting more action than you. You're the butthole. You pushed for an open marriage because you wanted to Gady. But now that no one wants you, but everyone wants your wife, you found out. This is perfect. You don't get to take backsies because your plan to sleep around without getting in trouble backfired. Maybe next time be thankful and content with what you have. It's like you want to sleep around, but you don't want your wife to. Buddy, you're the a-hole. A lot of other women, I'm not speaking for all, but if I'm seeing a dude on a dating app and I see that he's married, I'm not going to be interested. I'm just not. Because that means that that person is only looking for a fling, if you know what I mean. However, on the flip side of things, a lot of men look for flings, no strings attached flings. It's not true for everyone, but it's different, It's not equal. Those are some toxic Redditors that took things up a notch. Subscribe!